What is going on, guys? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody's had a pretty decent day. I know I did. Busy day, but it was a good one. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Adele, good to see you. So, I had a meeting with a client before this, and we were marking up charts together, kind of going over support and resistance, and found a chart that I really like right now. I don't know if you guys have seen NZD USD right now. Absolutely love this chart. It's got volume. It looks like it's in free fall. We had a really good break and retest right here. So we had our break of structure right here. It was support here. It's a resistance now. Break, retest. I think we're going to see this low right here tonight. This is the 4-hour time frame. If you go to the 1-hour time frame, extremely bearish. If you go to the 15-minute, it retested and we got a sell right here. Your TP1 would be looking at somewhere down here. And if you just go to measure that out right now, I mean, you're looking at 20 pips to TP1. That'd really be all we'd be looking for. Obviously, all the way down would be fantastic. But for tonight, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at on this trade. You could really put one up here too. Could put one right there as well. But again, so this is a trade that I'm looking at for tonight right now. I really like the way it looks. I really like the market structure, the price action of this trade. Everything is indicating with the fair value gap, the candle closure below, and then on the 15-minute time frame, we actually already have the sell signal from the trading with Matt indicator. Came up and retested this zone, retested this EMA ribbon. I'd like to see a break of the lows, but this is certainly on the top of my list, and that's NZD USD sells. So that is at the top of my list right there, 100%, no doubt about it. What's up, Miguel? How you doing? What's up, Jan? How you doing? Welcome, guys. 787 Legacy. This is the Asian session market, so we're looking at foreign exchange market. So let's go through these. We're gonna go through these on the 4-hour here. See what we got going on. We're not touching gold, as everybody knows. Euro AUD looks like it's got a chance to shoot up here, especially on the 1-hour. The 1-hour we had this is pretty textbook to what we like to see. So we had the break, we had the retest of the EMA ribbon, then we had a break again. Full candle closure above the EMA ribbon, fair value gap created. Looks like we could possibly see on Euro AUD 43 pips. However, you do have to keep in mind we do have AUD news tonight. So if we were going to trade this, we'd be scalping it. We'd be scalping it for like 20 pips to like right there. And try and get there in the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We're not going to hold that until the news. That's just not ideal there. So, but this is certainly one that we're looking at. Euro AUD buys. Very solid looking chart. I like this chart a lot. So, yeah. Moving on, we're going to look at USD JPY. So, after yesterday's session we talked about how we didn't know which way it was going to go. Well, there's where it went. We had our TPs for the sell if we were going to take that up around here that we talked about last stream. I'm not quite sure what's happening up here yet. Are we going to break new highs and continue to move toward the upside? Or is this going to get some rejection and come back down toward this zone? Not really 100% sure. Would need some more information. But for reference, you can always go to gold. Gold's dropping. Gold's going down, which means USD is going to be going up. So, as you guys know, there's a strong correlation with those two. Very strong correlation. Euro JPY, I'm not really liking this chart right here. It's consolidating in this zone, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that consolidation right there. It would be great if we saw it swing up, but in terms of the EMA ribbon, it's not below the zone for us to take a sell, and it's not rejecting hard enough for us to take a buy. So that's a chart that we're going to probably stay away from tonight, Euro JPY. Also going to stay away from USD JPY. We're also... So here's an interesting chart, and I just went over this chart a little earlier today. So if we take a look at this chart right here, that's realistically where your zone is. And then you've got another one down here. So that's kind of your middle zone. This is your bottom right here. This could be, it is a downtrend on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, it's also a downtrend. Massive bearish engulfing candle. But it's at a fair value gap. However, I do see it finishing off this double top, if you want to call it that. I see us hitting this zone down here for possibly 80 pips, but I do think you're going to have some sideways movement before that happens. Probably something like this before that happens. You know, as you guys know, the market doesn't move up and down. So that's what I see happening here. I don't necessarily love the chart right now, but on an overall analysis, if it breaks these lows right here, we could definitely see it move toward the downside. Definitely something that I see is very possible for that chart. Just not particularly one that I want to get in yet, but we'll mark it as a sell. But actually, I'm not going to touch that. GBP NZD. We've made some money off this chart. GBP NZD is flying, guys. I mean, it is absolutely flying. As you can see here, it stayed within our trend. Every time it hits the trend line, it seems to move up. Looks like it's heading up toward this zone here, which would be possibly another 50 pips. So, could be a really good move. However, we are at a high right here where we could see a reversal. That would be your zone right there where you could get some reversal. Nice. There you go, eDart. Good job. No over trading, no over leveraging. That's the way to go. There you go. Good job, man. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. AUD USD looking like a phenomenal sell right here. There's a couple reasons why. So, rule number one, obviously we have a downtrend confirmed. Reversal at a key zone. That's rule number two. Rule number three, we have a full candle closure below the EMA ribbon. And rule number four, we have a fair value gap formed that is being used as a resistance. Yep, realized that looked bad just now. So we are looking at sells on AUD USD. Essentially, all the pairs that have USD as a secondary pair, they're going to be dropping because the dollar is going up, so the primary pair is going down. I like sells here a lot on AUD USD. What's going on, Adele? How are you? Sorry, guys. But yeah, so this would be our line that are like where we want to see it break. I'm gonna make it yellow. Well, that's where we'd kind of want to see it break. If we could see it break that, this is where we don't want to see it break. So that's kind of our zone right now that we're trading in between. Moving into the 15 minutes here. We're going to take a look at what it's doing, but it's certainly consolidating below the EMA ribbon and below the fair value gap, and we did come up and try and test it. So that's good. After this massive break, we came up and tested it. We should see it move towards the downside, but we're going to further analyze that here over the next, little bit and see if we're going to get in something like that. Anybody else make some money yesterday on that trade? Well, actually, I think we closed it this morning. Yeah, we closed it this morning, actually. We were in that trade for a long time. That was the longest we've been in a trade probably this year, all of 2026. Euro CHF is also buying back up. It ended up going. This is yesterday's trade, guys. It ended up going to TP4. No, I don't. I don't. Aloha. But yeah, this was our trade from yesterday. Well, last 2 days really, just because it went on for pretty long. But it went up for 37 pips at total. We held that little bit of drawdown, and then it broke through the channel here and went all the way up. We obviously got out right here before the brutal news this morning, and then came back up. So was pretty happy with that trade. Not happy with how long it took us, but hey, that's life sometimes. I think we have enough charts to look at. We've got 4 charts in mind that we really like. Let me draw some lines here. We're going to just draw some zones that show us where we'd like to see it break in order for us to get in. We've already got it on here. Euro AUD. Same kind of concept here. We don't want to really see it break under that, and we'd like to see it break the highs going back to here. So there's our highs that we're really looking to break. Euro CHF was the trade we were in the other day. I'm going to unflag that just because we're not in it anymore. But other than that, guys, AUD JPY we're not sure on. GBP NZD not sure on. And GJ. Ooh, GJ's got a nice break and retest. Let's take a look at GJ on the 4-hour. So GJ on the 4-hour looks like it's coming down. Let's see what the 1-hour chart looks like. 1-hour chart has had a full candle closure. No fair value gap created other than the one that was part of the candle that was still in the EMA ribbon. So that's why it doesn't show a sell. However, this is a really nice looking sell right here. GJ is a really nice looking sell. Especially because we broke the lows. So these were the lows that we were looking to break. These would be your next lows. So pretty tight there in terms of what we're looking for. And on the 15, looks like it's rejecting this fair value gap. It may come up another 12 pips and try and retest that area again. But I'm seeing... delete that. I'm seeing on this 15-minute chart, that's what I'm seeing for take profits. Looks like you got 29, 70, and 113, 112. So let's check the technicals on this. We're looking at pretty much sells across the board, except for the day. If you go to the day chart here, day chart, I don't understand how that's saying sell. It looks pretty bearish to me. Rejection of this fair value gap. Yeah, this is a bearish chart. GJ is a sell also. So NZD USD sells. Oh man, that's a nice looking chart there. Yeah, NZD USD, AUD USD, and GJ are all looking like sells to us. Euro AUD is the only one looking like a buy. At a very strong fair value gap here, though. Not sure if I want to mess around with that. But again, we wouldn't be holding that long because you have AUD news at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time today. So again, very important to note that we do have AUD news tonight. Miguel, we got NZD USD. Here, I'll actually just move this over so you can see it. NZD USD sells, AUD USD sells, and GJ sells. I don't really want to touch Euro AUD because we have the Australian dollar news coming in tonight at 11:30. So if we do have to stay in longer, I don't want to go into red folder news. I believe we have, let's see, employment change and unemployment rate coming out for the Australian dollar. So not really something we want to mess with too much. But I'd like to trade these on the 15-minute tonight. I like these charts on the 15-minute. Both of them. All three of them, to be quite honest with you. If we can get a real strong rejection on GJ, that'd be the trade. If we can get a real strong rejection on AUD/USD below this line, that'd be the trade. Same with NZD/USD. So we really have the same chart that we're looking at. It's pretty much the same thing. 1, 2, and 3. All having really nice break of structure. All broke the lows. All have candle closures below the EMA ribbon. All have a proven downtrend, and all had a reversal at a key point. So all of them have met all four of our rules. So when you're trying to understand how I go through these charts this quickly, it's very simple. Does it meet the four rules or not? Once you narrow down if it met the four rules, you can look at whichever charts meet those and go back and forth between those two or three. And whichever one breaks the low or breaks the high or confirms it, we hop in. That's the way we do it. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. There's no reason to make it tough. It's just there's no reason. We should have some newcomers in the stream tonight. We got a lot of new people in VIP, so welcome everyone. David, we got a couple new people, so. But now we wait. Now that we've analyzed it, again, we're looking at, I might as well just put this up. What's up, David? How are you? Good to have you, man. So I'll leave that up for everybody to be able to just see. That way we're all on the same page. There you go. Now everybody knows what we're watching. We're all clear on what we're looking at. And now we just wait for the right entry. Don't want to get in Euro CHF again, but it does look like it's going up. There's just no volume in it. There's like no volume in Euro CHF right now, but it does look like it's going to come up and retest that zone. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Miguel. So y'all go back to this chart just so, you know what, I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing on every chart. Might as well, right? All right, so we've got the three trades that we're looking at, and now we wait for one of them to break below the zone, and we enter it. I was calling you E-Dart. It's Ed Art. My bad, man. Just calling you E-Dart. Everybody have a good day today, though? This is the fun part. Sitting and waiting for our confirmation, our final confirmation. Just sitting and waiting. Five minutes coming up to retest the EMA ribbon right now. We may get it sooner on GJ on the 5-minute chart. Hey, that's good. No fear of missing out. Stephen Boat, what's going on? How are you? Boateng. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a million other options, you know? If you miss one, doesn't really matter. There's going to be another. As you know, there are always, always, always options. Always options for trades. No reason to rush into one, you know? I think that Euro AUD might reject. We'll see. But it could go. It could go. It is settling above, so it might consolidate right here and then kind of head up. Again, we just don't trade that red folder news, and I don't want to miss, stay in a trade rolling into that red folder news if we do have to stay in longer, because, you can't predict what the market's going to do 100%, but we can certainly have a good idea and take a calculated risk, but sometimes it takes longer than others. So, don't want to get caught coming into red folder news, so we'll just avoid that altogether and not touch any AUD pairs tonight. That's a strategy behind that. GJ looks like it's trying to come back up, actually. I don't think it's going to break through this massive red fair value gap. I think it's going to get taken out and pushed back down. Same with AUD USD. I think this is going to come back down. And our zones, we didn't mark up zones on AUD USD, did we? Let's mark up some take profit areas on AUD USD. You got one right there. You've got another one right here. You've got another one right here. You could put a fourth one down here if you wanted. And that you're looking at roughly 17 pips, 29 pips, 38 pips, and 44 pips. Obviously all the way to the bottom as well, but that's not something that I think that we're going to see in tonight's session. Wayne's World, what's up? How are you, man? Thanks for joining. Crude oil. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean, I do think based on the way things have been going in the geopolitical space that oil is going to move up if there is any sort of economic uncertainty regarding if we're at war or not. But I've went over this in a couple streams. We are not at war. I want to be very clear. We are not at war. Calculated strikes on threats to national security are not war. When you have boots on the ground, armies fighting against each other, government increases spending, inflation goes up, and this happens over months, that's war. GJ's getting what we want here, baby. GJ's doing what we want. GJ's rejecting perfectly. It's a waiting game. It's a fun waiting game. Yeah, and then Trump will sit down with Putin and have a conversation, and then it'll chill out again. Because apparently they have a pretty good relationship. I mean, at least that's what they lead on in the public eye. In the public eye, they like to show that, you know, he's got a good relationship with him, but you never really know what goes on behind closed doors, and we really never will. It's not information that we are privy to. So far, GJ's the best looking one. We're coming into a new Oh, so then Wayne's World, you're probably over leveraged then, where you ran out of margin to use, depending on what kind of what you're trading at. 1 to 500, 1 to 200, 1 to 50, 1 to 1,000. You got margin stopped out. Yeah, so like if you have, let's say you have $1,000 account and you're using, you know, $100 to make a trade, or you're using 1 or 2 lots, your margin level got too high, your use of margin went higher than what was in your account balance, it stops you out. Once you're at, my broker does 98%. Once you're at 98% of your available margin, it'll close out your trade. That's just how it works, though. That's what they do. They're only going to let you use so much, you know? Yeah, of course. I've got a small account, too, that I use, just to show kind of what you can do with a small account. I've been using it. It's been getting small wins here and there. $100 wins, $50 wins. Oh, nice. You're getting out of the village. What's up, Justin? Did you play well today? Probably not. I saw that swing on the range. No, I'm just playing. Where's Cokes at? Where's Coker at? Oh, he's still probably closing the shop. Oh no, what is it? 7:30? No, he's done. He just messaged me like a minute ago. Are you really? Yeah, just ignore all that. The camera quality was terrible. There's nothing good about it. We out here. There he is. Coker's in. What, NZD USD? Yeah, it's sitting nice right there. What are you using? The we're not. NZD USD is just sitting right here. We need it. I want it to break the 57846 area to get in it. Obviously, we can get in at a better price right here, but we just want some more confirmation. Because we could see this theoretically come up and test this area before coming back down. I think we're going to finish off this double top, though. I think we're going to finish off this double top to TP1, in my opinion. But we're not getting the price action. Nice, man. Nice. Certainly helps. A lot of these charts are coming up to retest. Only one that's not is AUD USD and GJ. I really like the GJ chart. I think the break of structure is huge. As you guys can see here, we had this uptrend. This would be our trend line. That would be our trend line right there. And this was our break of structure, which was massive. Huge break of structure right here. And then we came up to retest. So break of the lows right here would be our signal to get in. This is going to be our 1. This is going to be our 2. And this is going to be our 3. So that's the goal right there. And TP1's a good amount. So, you know, I love my 20 pip swings. But 30 pips exactly to TP1. 70 pips exactly to TP2. That would be a nice trade. Yeah, he's just taking Ubers around to all these different villages. Killing it over there. Interested to see what we're going to get here on these charts. Hopefully we get a big rejection here on AUD USD. Because this one's looking like 20 pips to 1, 30 pips to 2, 40 pips to 3, and 47 pips to 4. That'd be a nice little dig too there. So, couple really good options. Again, we're just kind of waiting. Oh, there's the move. There's the move on AUD USD. On the 5-minute. Take a look at the 15 here. Yeah, that's the rejection we wanted. Five minutes toying with us. Same with NZD USD, same with GJ. They're just floating on that EMA ribbon. I like the structure of GJ the best. But AUD USD just has some serious lows coming in here. That's the only thing that scares me is the hour chart on this one is... I love the consolidation under the fair value gap. That's what I really like about this one. is that not only did we have the break, but we had the consolidation right here below this FVG. Can't write G to save my life, but you get the point. I think this drives down. We might end up waiting to see what these hours give us. Because the worst we could see is 24, 25 pips, maybe 18 pips to test the fair value gap, maybe 24 pips, 25 pips to test the EMA ribbon. But it's not breaking this again. It's not coming back up into this zone and breaking back into the channel. I don't see that happening with 3 solid fair value gaps there. I just don't see that happening. So it really depends on what we get here. Hey, no issues with YouTube today. That's solid. That's always good. I think I'm going to change my writing, my brush. Make it light blue. Just the thickness of it. I like that better. Yeah, GJ is a good one to trade in the Asian session. Yeah, GJ is a really good one to trade in the Asian session. You've got the Great British Pound and you've got the Japanese Yen. It's a heavy mover. It always gets a lot of volume. It's a good chart. It's a good chart. And it follows some really good price action. Like, it doesn't have crazy, unpredictable movements. It's pretty good in terms of market structure and price action. And that's pretty much what we base all of our decisions on. So, you know, it's a good, in my opinion, it's a good pair. It's a good pair to trade. That one week that we had 5 wins, 5 wins, no losses. We traded it 4 times that week. I don't know, man. I think Kermalaziade. What's up? Oh, I probably butchered that name. I apologize. Sorry. I did my best to read that one quickly. I don't know. I think there's a lot of trading going on overseas too. The foreign exchange market's the biggest market in the world, so I think there's people everywhere. We're gonna see what happens here. NZD USD is breaking upward. The hour and the 4 hour. Oh, this thing's gonna drop. It went above our zone that we did not want it to go above. Nene, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you again. Happy to have you back. Hopefully you had a good day, man. Hopefully you had a good day, brother. I think these are just the start of... Yeah, I know. People love to add that. Yeah, all good, Nene. We took profit on that trade yesterday. It was good. Everything was good. Oh shit, sorry. Everything's good in the hood. Pretty much at break even for the week. At least I am. GJ sucking back up over here. Coming into this 15-minute candle. I think it's going to retest this. AUD USD, same thing, just kind of buying power dying out right here with smaller and smaller candles, still closing below the previous high. All good signs of that the buying power is kind of coming to a halt here. All good signs there. All really good signs. I don't mind it coming up and retesting and reconfirming for us too, because it could just take the trade off the table completely, or it can give us the best confirmation possible. And that's what's important. Let's look at the technicals on these. That one's wild. Oh, not Euro JPY. What am I looking at here? GJ was the one giving us some conflicting advice there. AUD USD. AUD USD sells across the board. NZD USD is strong sells across the board. That's really good. What's the day chart look like? Yeah, that's why. NZD USD is just dropping like a fly. 4 hour 2. Yeah, this thing rejected so hard twice. Jose, what's up, man? How are you? We had 2 full rejections here. So I really like that one. The rejections on the higher time frames right here are key. I don't know if I like blue as much as I liked it being white. This hour is showing some serious rejection here. They're all doing the same. They're all coming up. Coming up to let us get in at a better price. Ideally. Yeah, they'll retest this area. Maybe not fully, but definitely the fair value gap. I think we'll definitely get a retest somewhere around here. Here is going to be the most on AUD USD. If it breaks this, we're not even touching it. But if we stay consolidated right here, break this, that's what we're looking for. How do I change this? There it is. Going back to white. Much better. Son of a bitch.
What's up, true fam? It's your girl Megan Thee Stallion.
They're really hitting me hard with the ads today, huh? My goodness. Hit me hard with the ads on the streaming music. It's so weird. Some streams you get 0, and some streams it's like ad after ad after ad. I think I'm solely keeping this YouTube channel monetized. This chill, calm streaming music, no copyright free or whatever. All right, we got our last 10 minutes of these candles coming up here. Adele, my friend. Adele, my friend. What's that Euro AUD doing? Oh, that bad boy's rejecting. AUD JPY, rejecting. GBP NZD, rejecting. Looks like they're all making some room to launch. It's got 52K. USD JPY's got 17K. Euro JPY's got 18K. Again, I think coming up to retest this fair value gap, then a drop off. Because you had... Here's your channel. Here's your trend. There's your break of structure right here. See this bad boy come down as well. But we got to see a break of the zone and a retest before that happens. The Hull moving average, like HULL. I've used it, but I don't use it in my strategy. I gotta be honest with you, I've tried probably everything, and I've narrowed it down to what works the best. You know, doing it for this long, 15 years of trading, you try everything. I will say, the thing that I do not incorporate anymore that has done very, very well for me typically, but I don't use it anymore, is Fibonacci retracements. You can use a fib real easily to tell what's going on here. You can use it from the top or from the bottom. But your go zone's typically that 618. I just don't use them as much anymore. I find that the 4 confirmations... Yeah, I agree. The 4 confirmations we use already are good enough for me. What's up, Chiny? How are you? Or, yeah, Chiny Yigbu. Sorry if I butchered your name there, man. Do my best on these. Yeah. Nah, thanks, man. Thanks for giving me some leeway there. When I'm reading these names fast, I'm like, shit. Why you guys got to make it so complicated? No, I got to be honest with you guys. I don't really watch other people anymore. If they're not, if they weren't like popular, like in 2010, like I'm not watching him. The only guy that I recently watched within the past 5 years was that Don Vo guy. And after he blew that $3 million Pam account, I kind of stopped watching him. But I did like his methods. He trades wicks pretty much. Schubert, what's going on, man? Yeah, I just like don't have desire to go look at other trade. Like I've got my own system down. You know what I mean? I'm sure everybody had. And you could always learn more. I do agree with that. There's always more you can learn. But I'm at a point in my trading career where I'm making money consistently. Adam Koo. Adam Koo. I think it's Khoo. That is who I learned a lot of my stuff from. He breaks down everything. So like there's three different kinds of traders. There's one like traders that are just there to put information out. That are just there to put information. What is a Fibonacci retracement? What is a candlestick? What is a EMA ribbon? What is a fair value gap? Those guys are just saying, hey, here's information. Do what you will with it. There's guys that teach their own strategy, which is what I do. I teach my own strategy. And then there's guys that just trade to show profit. They don't want to teach. They just want to say, hey, here's what I'm doing and I'm making money. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Adam Koo is one of those guys that just gives an infinite amount of information. Little hard to understand him. He's from Singapore, I believe. But he is a very, very, very smart guy. And he's been in the markets longer than me. He's older than me. He probably knows more than me. But Adam Koo is where I really got a lot of my original ideas from. And then I've taken bits and pieces from other people's strategy and put it together and back tested to see what works best for me. Over the past 7 years, this is what I've been using, though. Guy's awesome, though. He really is. He knows his stuff. All right, we got 5 minutes till we get a new 8-hour candle here, or a new candle here on the 8 o'clock hour, I should say. I didn't realize GJ opened with a gap down. My broker shows GJ opened with a gap down. It just blew through market open and through market close from yesterday, or from earlier today. But that's the rejection we want to see. Right at this fair value gap, reject. And again, there is nothing wrong with getting in these trades now, guys. I just like that extra confirmation. I'm more cautious. You know, there is nothing wrong with getting in a GJ sell right here. Once we get a candle closure that rejects this fair value gap, we could easily get in one. Wouldn't what also show on TradingView? Oh, the gap down? I don't know. Sometimes it shows differently. Normally it does. TradingView typically only shows the Sunday night gap downs and gap ups. And sometimes the Monday mornings. But like TradingView is not showing it right now. Like there's no gap down or gap. There's nothing here. But on my broker, it's showing that it was a tiny gap down. I guess it wasn't really a huge gap down. I mean, there's a couple key aspects, Wayne. There's a couple key aspects. If you can understand price action, which is the way the candles move, market structure, which is the way the market sets up and how the candles move based on market conditions, and basic support and resistance zones, you can do a lot with that. Where you start getting extra confirmations is kind of up to you. So, you got to find what works for you. What consistently gets you profitable. And, that's why I tell people sometimes if you don't have that yet, use a demo account. But you can't simulate emotions in a demo account of losing or making real money. So, I did it the hard way, man. I did it all with live money, always. It's a good question, though. I think there's a lot of knowledge to be learned. No, there's no holy grail. If there was one way, everybody would have figured it out. Somebody would have said, hey, here's the way to make money. I'm not a real big believer in luck as a whole. In life, I believe you create your own luck. If you show up prepared to do something, you're more likely to have a better outcome of it coming out correct. If you show up for baseball practice ready to go, you're going to have a good practice. If you forgot your cleats at home, you forgot your batting gloves at home, you're not going to have a good practice. If you show up to the charts with no plan in mind, you're just going to be gambling. If you show up with a plan in mind of, hey, here's the zones that we need to see this thing break. Here's the trend we have. Here's all of our information that we need. That's going to help you out. I think preparation is what leads to success. Sydney, what's up, man? Oh, you had a dinner date. Was she hot? Sorry, was she interesting? Yeah, self-awareness, just not pulling the trigger when you're not 100% sure. Like, there's ways to go about things in life. Show up prepared and good things happen. Show up day in and day out consistently prepared and good things happen. $86. Oh, so you had a dinner date with your grandmother, or is that a coworker? Wait, 86. All right, we got a minute. No, we got 6 seconds till we get a new candle here, guys. Why the liquid broker is not looking the same as this chart? All right, it's 8 o'clock. See what we're getting here. Adam, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Good night, mate. Yeah, patience and confidence. Is anybody else's trading view glitching? I'm going to shut this down real quick and open it back up. My trading view just had an hour candle open 5 pips above the previous. Yeah, what is that? What kind of open is that? That's a wild ass open right there. It looked like it for a second. That's a very odd 8 o'clock hour. It doesn't show that on my broker on TradingView. It's raining near you. Fuck the rain. Sometimes it's nice though, you know. Yeah, I've never seen a gap up like that on the 8 o'clock hour. That's odd, man. But we're at where we talked about on all these charts. On the 15 minutes, we're at where we're either going to reject or blow into the EMA ribbon. If we get the rejection, we're hopping in, baby. Same with this one here. Small candles, big drop off. Small candles, big drop off. Smaller buying power, smaller buying pressure. It's definitely moving in our favor right now to give us a really good price to get in. And like the most I'd put my stop loss at was probably like a 25, 22 pip stop loss. So if you were to get in it, like that's going to be your stop loss, and your take profit's just going to be down here. It'd be a pretty tight stop if we were to get in. Yeah, really it could be here, but we'd put it there just in case. That's the kind of trade you'd be looking at. But again, we haven't gotten that final confirmation yet. I didn't like that we closed bullish here on both of these. Euro AUD's breaking below. I think on Euro AUD you might see it come down and test this. That's what we want to see, baby. Give us that rejection. Give us that rejection. On NZD, the 4 hour. That thing's dropping though. Look at that fair value gap that's holding. Look at that previous candle, that bearish engulfing. Look at the technicals. I mean, everything is just a sell. Everything's going to drop to the dollar until we get new dollar news. Like, all the news that came out today was good for the dollar. So, AUD USD and NZD USD should be dropping. All right, so your New York AM session low was up there. We closed below New York AM kill zone, so I think it's just coming up to retest to create a wick, and then it's going to follow downward. That's what it looks like to me, but I think we're going to get rejection in this area. That's what I'm seeing. GJ with probably the most wild gap up I've ever seen. On a 15-minute. An 8 o'clock candle. It's a good thing we waited, right? It's a good thing we waited. I think there's no way GJ breaks up into this. This is going to be the second test. So after the break, you had one test here. This will be the second test. To test this key zone right here. Realistically, your zone's right here. So if we break this, I don't like it. Thanks, Jose. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Go live Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't trade Fridays. Oh, is that because your name's Sad? Sad Patel? It's okay, man. It's alright, it happens, bud. ID4, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you again. A lot of returning faces tonight. Good to see you guys. Thursday's gonna be Asian. Thursday's gonna be Asian. Getting the rejection that we were talking about here. 5 minutes and 10 seconds until we get a new 15-minute candle at 8:15 here. I just don't love the 4 there. He was gone real quick. USD went up overall. See, that's what's crazy. So, like, again, like, prime example of why I don't trade red folder news. Core PPI came out good. PPI month over month came out good. The only thing that was bad was crude oil inventory was down. But funds rate stayed the same. So, you know, USD JPY actually moved up. USD JPY went crazy. Yeah, gold went to shit. Correct. Yes. Because the dollar went up. Yeah, gold dropped off the face of the earth. If you guys were to be gold traders, which you know I'm not, now's a good time to take a sell for this bad boy to come down to 46.81 area, but we just don't trade gold. Don't like how much of your account it uses, but we don't need to go into that again. You can get at least 2 people a night. Hey, look at gold. Look at gold. Nah, dog, we good on gold. We're good on gold. Euro USD. You love that chart, Miguel. Yeah, Euro USD is the same chart as the rest of these too on the 15-minute, but on the day, you could actually sell Euro USD down to the bottom right here. You could sell Euro USD for 73 pips. This is a good looking chart. Yeah, it's a good looking chart. I mean, here's your... It's a kind of a rough one there. Hold on. That outlier is really pissing me off. But essentially, there's your... Yeah, it's the same chart as pretty much everything else we're looking at. Because they're all... USD is the secondary pair, you know what I mean? So they're all going to drop. But I actually really like that chart. And the 4 hour is going to come down. That's just... Yeah. And it's on the 4 hour, it's rejecting this fair value gap. Closure under the EMA ribbon. What's the day look like? Yeah, the day is the same thing. The day looks solid, especially with the shaved bottom. Shaved bottom. Look at the last time we had a shaved bottom there on the day. Yeah, this looks like a really solid chart. Miguel might have just found the winner for tonight. This is a solid chart. I didn't look at it because it didn't have volume earlier. That's a solid chart right there. I'm not even thinking the next week. I'm thinking on the 15-minute, you take it down to... I'm thinking on the 15-minute, you take it down to these zones right here. I mean, on the 15-minute, you could take this as a short right here also. Have the stop loss pretty much right up here. Put it at the bottom there. This down to here. That's a good looking trade in my opinion. I would just like to see the rejection of that ribbon. Yeah, you're looking at 22 pips, 23 pips to TP1, 30 to 2, 40 to 3, 52 to 4, and then all the way to the bottom, you're looking at like 75 pips. It's a good looking chart there. A good call there, Miguel. Someone's learning very well. That's a good looking chart. I like that chart a lot. That's certainly a possibility. AUD and NZD might be out of the question, man. These guys are moving. I need to see some serious rejection. Especially going into the 4 hour. I don't like the way the 4 hour is going to close. We need to see them get some more rejection. I don't like seeing a bearish candle or a bullish candle when I'm looking to take a sell. The only one that looks decent is Euro USD because of that fair value gap now.
Working across teams is tough.
Killing me with these ads. Miguel might have found the winner for tonight. That Euro USD chart might be my new favorite after this price action over the last hour and 15 minutes. Not you, then who? If not you, then who? They should all be doing the same thing. All of the USD. Yeah, USD's going. Not all-time high, but... Euro USD and GBP USD? I haven't even looked at GBP. Yeah, they all got the same... Well, I don't like GBP because of that zone right there. But EU, yeah, EU we like a lot. Like I said, EU might be the trade. EU might be the trade. It's right at the EMA ribbon too. USD is not at an all-time high, but it's up there. I mean, if we go to the week right here, USD JPY has not been at 159,900 since Monday, July 8th of 2024. Monday, the 24th of June 2024, April of 2024, and before that, 1990, April of 1990. So it's not all time, but it's up there. It's up there. I mean, it was. You had a time back in the 80s when it was at $260 something compared to the Japanese yen. Don't worry. Luckily, that's not how it works. But I see what you're saying. The value of the dollar to the Japanese yen has nothing to do with the cost of your tuition, though. I think they have the policy rate. It's tentative for tonight. It's tentative for tonight. There's supposed to be a monetary policy statement and a Bank of Japan policy rate released tonight. It says it's tentative though. Desmond, what's up, man? Good to see you back in here. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Correct there, Adam. Adam knows. That is correct. GJ just flew through our area that we did not want it to fly through. I think it's going to probably retest this zone. Aussie coin feels the pressure. You got AUD news tonight. That's why we're not trading it. Oh boy, that thing did break. Holy shit. It's fast, man. It's fast. I gotta slow myself down sometimes. And it's loud. Like if I put it in sport mode, leaving in the morning, like it'll set car alarms off. I gotta be careful not to like rev it. Just kind of take it slow. There we go. There's the rejection we're looking for. There's some rejection. Or is it just creating a wick? Yeah, we want to break through that bad boy. I truly think Euro USD is the play, man. Euro USD might be the play. That's what I'm saying. Just break this. It's not much to ask for. See that movement. Oh, man. GJ's starting to reject. That's good. There we go. That's a good GJ candle there. Let's get that. Let's make that bearish. There we go. That's what I'm saying, man. Why can't they make it easy on us? We gotta wait an hour and a half, 2 hours to get in a trade? How dare they? That's life. Thanks for asking, though, Desmond. That candle closes like that, we're getting in. It already tested it. The day is going to come down and test this EMA ribbon for at least 50 pips. There we go. There's the rejection. Let's see it close like that. Let's close bearish engulfing. Give us our signal. When did I get out of the trade from last night? I think we got out at like what? What time did we get out?
Play your way at Mardi Gras International Flavors.
Let me check the old Discord here. See when we got out. VIP signals. 7:26 a.m. At 7:26 a.m. we were at TP2. That is when I sent out that I was fully out. We were fully out. Not for many pips, but I stacked the hell out of that position, let me tell you. I stacked it on that reversal. Today, 1:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, because it actually went up. Where was that? Euro CHF? Yeah, it went up and tapped. It went all the way up to TP4. It went from our entry, it went for 36 pips. Yeah, I traded 40 lots. I did. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, no, it was good. We held some serious drawdown there for a minute. We held, 24 pips of drawdown. I think I got out at like 12 pips, which is fine. But yeah, it went up through here. I wasn't holding through that news this morning. 14 red folders. No, thank you. Yeah, I was in for 40. It was 4 different 10 lot positions. Thanks, man. Hey, what is your actual name so I can stop calling you I4D13SM4N217? Do you have a name that I can call you? Because I don't just want to refer to you as a number. That's funny. That was a good one there. Sydney. D's. D's nuts. Oh, yo-yo. I thought you were saying yo, like, what's up? I was like, yeah, we did that already, like 30 minutes ago. But, okay, yeah, I got you. Yo-yo. I gotta ice this ankle tonight. Yo-yo. You going up and down like this chart, yo-yo? ID I4D13SM4N217. His name is Yo-Yo. Josh Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo ma. No, ain't nothing but a G thing. Bounce like you got hydraulics in your D-string. $3 till we get this new candle. Not the biggest fan of that close. Or that close. Or that close. Or that close. None of those closes, guys. I know what you're going for, and I'm not going to say it. AUD/USD. Yeah. Yeah, it's a hell of a wick down and then just to come back up. Oh, it did close. It did open down. Hey, what happened to our sad Patel? He's gone already? Oh, man. That was quick. Short-lived. Alright, so you guys know I don't trade on the last 15-minute candle going into a 4-hour candle, but my goodness, this rejection is what we want. Look at that on the hour. Perfect rejection of the fair value gap there. This thing's gonna go down. I think this is the one, boys and girls. 28. Nice R to R there. Yeah, I think we're gonna get in this trade, guys. Let's check the 4-hour one more time. Yeah. I like this trade a lot. Oh, there is. We said we weren't touching AUD news. You are 100% right. Still a really good looking chart. God, it's such a good looking chart. This is what we're looking at right now. We're not in anything. There you go. That's what we're looking at, but take this one off the board now and change it to Euro USD. Because we're not trading red folder news. Starting to worry? Why are you worrying? I'm telling you, all these are going to go in our favor. It's just about the right time to get in. I'm trying to snipe these for you guys. I'm trying to snipe them. But as we all know, that's virtually impossible. It pisses me off that we can't get in your AUD USD now. Because that one was the best looking chart, but we're not going to do it. Well, I appreciate that, man. That's the goal. I'd like us for all to level up, you know? It's about getting better each day. 1% better each day, you know? If you can look at yesterday and look at today and say you got 1% better, it's a good day. I'm not even worried about the 4 hour here on Euro USD at all. I appreciate that, though. We watching and waiting. All right, what do we got here? GJ's starting to reverse. Euro USD is kind of just hovering at this fair value gap, and NZD USD absolutely took off to probably retest this. I think we could probably rule NZD USD out. I'm going to rule NZD USD out for the night. Not a fan of it. NZD USD gone. So we're down to GJ and EU. GJ and EU. And of those two, I really like them both, to be honest with you. I like them both. Just want that rejection. Want that full confirmation of rejection before we get in it. Yeah, I'm thinking so too, but EU also looks really good. We're getting the wicks now. We're getting the wick rejections here. This candle is just throwing me off tonight. That is the weirdest jump up I've ever seen on a 15-minute candle. Again, if we don't get the confirmations, we just don't take a trade, but I think we're going to get them on one of these. We just got to fit all the rules in. All 4 of them need to be hit before we take a trade. And we have all 4 right now, but I'd like the confirmation to be a little better here for us to get in at a better price. We could take it here and get in at a good price, and you're looking at like 40 pips to TP1. No, there's nothing wrong with these charts. Like, this is a good-ass chart. This is a really good break of structure chart. Even the day looks good. The day looks like it should drop off, too. The 4-hour looks good. The 4-hour looks like it's going to wick down here after this massive bearish engulfing candle. The 4-hour looks like it's probably going to come down and start to move down toward this way. You've got somewhat of a double top here. I don't think it's going above this. I think it's safe to say that. So, you've got some movement. The charts look nice. You hop down to the 1-hour here. Same thing with the 1-hour. You have your channel here. We had our break of structure here. We just need some more rejection below this line to show that we're moving this way. And that's just me being overly cautious. They're both shorts. They're both going to be shorts. Finally getting this rejection we wanted. No, YouTube, don't do your stupid thing. Don't start this shit now, YouTube. You got... Oh man, you got me on that one. Oh, I read that and just almost started choking. You got me good there, Adam. Boy, I almost died there. We're getting the rejection, boys, on GJ. We're getting it on UJ, or EU. Hey, look at UJ. Get it on UJ. I got the worst heartburn right now. Alright, stream's healthy again. That's good. There we go. Just a minor glitch in the YouTube systems. Alright, we're about to get a new 15. We're going to end up waiting until the 9 o'clock hour, which is a new 4-hour candle and a new 1-hour candle, because that's one of my rules, guys. We don't get in trades going into the new 4-hour candle on a 15-minute entry. But boy, that is a nice moving candle right there. Let's go on GJ. Let's close bearish, baby. Let's close bearish. Adele, you're in the car. Nice. In the autobus. Some good movement there. There you go. That's all you need. All right, here's our new 15-minute. Got a nice bearish close there, guys. This is why we wait, though, guys. This is why we wait. Love when we get the people. Why aren't you in a trade yet? Why aren't you in a trade yet? Because we analyze. Then we wait for the perfect moment to get in. Sick of the Amish life. You guys churning your own butter out there? Oh, not doing that again. Yeah, not doing that again. It's not what I meant to do. Doing the old butter churning. Oh my god, do they really? That's wild. Bruh, head to Publix and just get some butter. You guys don't have Publix out there? Never mind. Forget it. Forget it. Forget about it. The Wally World. You guys have Walmart in Bangladesh? Really? That is surprising to hear. I did not think that was going to be the case. Good old Wally World. Not a fan of that place, to be quite honest with you. I know some people love the Wally World, and I get it. It's within people's budget. I understand. I'm sensitive to that. But man, I feel like I gotta shower every time I leave that place. Well, Best Buy and Walmart are not even in the same category there, brother. Not even close. You're funny, though. You're funny. Funny, Adele. Funny kid. You know that? All right, we're going to get a nice hour candle close here. Rejecting right off that fair value gap. I hate him. I just hate that guy. I think he's the worst. And I don't speak out against people like that. Dave Ramsey is full of it.
I tried everything.
Dave Ramsey. That guy's the worst. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. Yeah, the call guy. He's like, how much you got in the bank? What's your car payment? What kind of loans do you have? Here's my problem. Don't even worry, Sydney. You're not missing anything. Here's my problem with Dave Ramsey. He says don't use debt. Look at one millionaire or one billionaire in this country that doesn't use debt to their advantage. There is such thing as good debt. Do not mistake that. There is such thing as good debt. There is absolutely no reason to use your own money when you can use the bank's money to leverage with your hard assets. There is no reason to go draining your bank account. Keep your cash. Use the bank's money. If you don't have enough money to use the bank's money, save up enough to start using the bank's money. Get good credit. God, he's just... cash is king mentality, just the... I don't know. But I know there's people like... So there's guys on the opposite spectrum too, though. You look at Grant Cardone, who's like, put no money in the bank, don't touch anything, take out a loan for a 20 duplex place, take out a hard money loan against that duplex with a loan on it already to get another loan, to leverage another loan, and just keep it rolling until eventually you refinance all of it into one big loan, pull all the cash out, and now you got one big bank note that you're having all these units pay toward the massive bank note. It's a great system. Great system. And then eventually you sell off the whole portfolio to a hedge fund and wipe your whole note clean, and you walk away with all the refinanced profits right in your pocket. If someone hands you that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy, if someone hands you that book, they're trying to get you in a pyramid scheme, brother. But he does have some good ideas. I've read his books. I've read a couple of his books. I don't mind him. Some of his takes on the stock market, though, I just can't, man. I can't. I just don't like that people have used his book to like get people to go into pyramid schemes. Like, it's rough, man. I don't mind him though, but he's completely opposite of James Ramsey, which I do like. Just some of his books are good, some of them are not so good. We're getting some nasty movement here going into this hour. We got 5 minutes left. Let's see what that AUD USD chart did. Yeah, that one went up too, so I'm not worried about it. Getting some nasty movement on these 4-hour charts, guys. Yeah, I agree with you. He's got some good stuff, though. If you haven't read his books, it's worth it. Just to get some knowledge and some information. Can never have too much information, you know? No such thing as too much information. The 4-hour...
I have got an.
Sorry, guys. Boy, these things are ripping the wrong way. Euro USD didn't move that much. Yeah, Euro USD is not actually ripping, but GJ is absolutely ripping. Look at that movement. Oh my gosh. They really are, I know. So it looks like it was a liquidity draw into London just to move back up. No, AUD news was at... Oh, AUD news was at 2:30, 8:30, not 11:30. Son of a bitch. It was, you right. Putting a sell back on that thing. Well, that opens up a plethora of things. Oh, I really liked GJ until now. Yeah, I liked it until now. For sells. Not so much anymore. That was a terrible move. I'm still looking at Euro USD. We got 3 minutes. Just don't see it breaking into that. Breaking above again. Told you guys, with all these red news today, I said I was still going to stream, but again, I'm going to just put this on the screen here. Very, very hard to predict this. Very, very hard to predict what this. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I think you guys know where this is going. My goodness. This is hard price action to trade, guys. Movement like that, all within. You had 37 pip, 15-minute candle. 37 pip, 15-minute candle, guys. That is unpredictable. That is not taking a calculated risk. That is effing gambling. Your last 30 minutes have been 15 pips the opposite way of the chart. That is just a wild candle there. A 28 pip candle going into the last 4 minutes of the hour. It's just nonsense. Nonsense. Nonsensical. Alright, let's see what these 4-hour candles are going to bring here. Well, Miguel, I think it's your lucky day. Because I think we're not taking anything till the London session, if we do. Euro AUD on the 4 looks like a good sell. On the 1, not enough room really though. I got 9 pips to the ribbon. I don't like it. Give me the 4, brother. What are we doing here? I'll be up. I'm not going to get up and stream it, but I'll be up. Send you guys the old screenshots. That's it, guys. We're not taking anything in this session. We're staying disciplined. We met our rules, but price action wasn't good. So, we're staying disciplined. I'm going to watch these charts for the rest of the night. Make sure... Schubert, good to see you. Make sure you guys have your notifications on. I'll send it out in VIP if we get into a trade. But... you saw it. I mean, we plotted everything out. We have our trade idea. We know what we want to see. We don't see it. Sometimes it just doesn't come to fruition, and that's completely okay. So, no trade as of right now. I will send out and tag VIP if we do end up getting in one. Okay, guys? As always, I want to thank everybody for watching. You guys know it means the world to me. Thank you guys, really. Adam, Miguel, Schubert, Sydney, Adele, Desmond. And everybody that joins consistently. Justin, Coker, Edart. Josh, Yo-Yo. Adam Cross. Later, guys. Thank you again. Keep your notifications on, boys. Have a good night.